Hello and welcome back to yet another riveting art video. So today I'm going to do a sketchbook spread. The sketchbook I'm using is from Walmart. This is the information right here. I stuck it in the back so I wouldn't forget. It's not the best sketchbook in the world, but I liked that it was hardcover and I can lug it anywhere with me and not have to worry about the pages getting bent. So today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook spread. As you can see, here's one I did on July 16th. I'm going to be really trying my best to do an aesthetic sketchbook spread, kind of like this. I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression that sketchbook spreads all need to be, color coordinated and like beautiful. I have plenty of pages in my sketchbook that are like this blank page because I had marker bleed through. This is like a half done page, just like random stuffs all over in here. And every now and then, like 1 in 30 pages is going to be well put together like this. Here's another one I did recently where it's all color coordinated and everything. So basically the only time I ever do super aesthetic sketchbook pages is for my TikTok lives, which, if you're curious, if you go down in the description, I do have a TikTok and I do like to go live on there. So I really only do aesthetic spreads when I'm, when it's for an audience or for content. So today I'm going to be doing that and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks. Alright, so I start with, what do I want to include on this? Do I want it to be a spread of anatomy, people, landscapes? I really love doing like the squared block off kind of things. I'm going to go ahead and block in some squares just kind of lightly with this red coal erase pencil here. Something I know for sure that I want to work on more, because I would love to make a comic book or a graphic novel at some point in my life. But the main thing that's been holding me back is my landscape drawing abilities. So I definitely want to be focusing on some landscapes and some foliage. I'm a little worried that this honestly won't turn out very good, but I can only hope. But it's kind of hard to take that step back and realize that there are certain areas of my art that do in fact need work, and on certain areas that I'm not that proud of. So I have these little squares and I have some areas that aren't squared off where I could do more organic shapes, so that should be fun. Something I really like to do that's just going to make this look nice is kind of come up with a color scheme, and I kind of want to do like a blue and orange sort of thing. I feel like that would be really cool. So let's go ahead. I'm going to color in this square blue. I'm going to do a drop shadow on it with this orange. Ooh. See, orange and blue are complementary colors, so when they mix, or they're where, like right where it overlaps, it's like a brown color. So anytime you want a brown, mix two complementary colors together. It can be any set. The most popular combination to make brown is red and green. Alright, so I'm gonna just kind of rough out like a face in here. So I wanted to start with a face just so I can kind of warm up my art juices. I have it sketched out. Now I'm going to go in with this super dark Copic and hopefully get some shading in. It's been so long since I've actually given my true effort into trying to do some Copic marker shading, so this is kind of nice. Such an important step is including your whites and your near blacks. So I really want to do landscape now. And I have this envision for like maybe a building out here in the distance, just tree line. Oh, I'm so unconfident when it comes to landscapes. I need to get out there and draw some trees. See, this is the thing, is I start to get a little overwhelmed and then I just start squiggling a bunch of squiggles. Just for the hay of it. Watched a video earlier of someone doing some foliage and I was like, wow, how simple. They just make it look so simple. I'm gonna fill in this background orange. Just have to keep reminding myself, you're not gonna get better if you don't practice. Even though I know these drawings individually might not be 100% up to my personal standards, I know that the page itself I won't look back on and cringe because it's gonna be color coordinated. Something I love to do with a white gel pen, so you can kind of like make a cloud-like shape, but don't worry about it being too perfect, and then just kind of smudging it with your finger. I want to take this super light blue and then do this bit of hedging here. For some reason, I felt inclined to go past the border there. Rookie mistake, I suppose. I like how I'm talking about this like as if I'm giving a tutorial, but I have like no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like guessing. I almost feel like I'm using these Copic markers like a paintbrush. I'm almost like just painting with the marker. Alright, I want to go in and do a little bit of line work on this. Just a smidge though. Maybe we'll turn this gross mistake over here into a power line. You know, for someone who really hates landscapes, never does them, you know, it could be worse. I need to start getting some traction because we've been recording for a minute now and we've only have 2 squares done out of 3 and we still have a lot of background stuff to do, so let's keep on trucking. Alright. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of rushing through and I'm just kind of like feeling it out. I mean, it's a sketchbook. I've said that a million times. It's just a sketchbook. G brown color here. I'm gonna start filling in just with colored pencil sketches and just kind of doing whatever feels nice on the rest of this. Definitely just kind of drawing all of this from my brain. I'm just gonna shade in like a very subtle sky type situation. I want to practice drawing a few foliage things up here. I'm gonna open Pinterest real quick and pull up some various kind of leaves and trees. Actually, I just was inspired to add some orange highlights to the side of this tree. Ooh. I like that a lot, actually. When I have like too much white space in a certain spot, I stick these little like roses there. I feel like I already messed up. Just don't have patience for the fine details. I find I get really overwhelmed when I'm looking and like drawing from life because I can see all those details, so sometimes I'll look at other artists' interpretations of like plants and things and how they do it and sort of how they simplify it and stuff, and that will sort of help me out sometimes. This kind of turned into like a weird like landscape themed video, but it's about doing an aesthetic sketchbook spread. I just chose to do my sketchbook spread in a way that I felt like would help my art overall. So just kind of back onto that theme of just doing a sketchbook spread. I have like this little blank area and I'm just kind of filling in with like patterns that kind of mimic this. Nothing too serious. Alright, so this nice tree, kind of running out of super good usable space. So we're gonna have to do this one a little small. Not too worried about drawing over my other sketches. Nothing is precious. So I want this to pop a little bit more, so I'm going to grab a micron pen, pretty wide one, and just kind of go around it. And then to make this pop even more on where it overlaps, I'm just going to pop in a quick light border. I kind of want to do another tree that looks kind of like that one. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. I think I'm just gonna stick it in like right here. Why not? Like, if there's a certain aspect of landscape drawing that I find fun, I just kind of need to embrace that. And for me right now, it's doing this color pencil over top of the Copics. Alright, so now I just kind of need to fill up this area, this, and a little bit over here. I'll just do some stripes right here for no particular reason. I feel like I learned a little bit of something doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed doodling with me. I feel like I learned a little bit, you know, doing this. In particular, if anything on this page went right, I think this tree right here, so it's these little electrical lines. I know this doesn't look like much, but I feel like internally I learned something there. I enjoy the organic nature of this tree trunk here. And when I look at the spread as a whole, you know, I'm not mad at it, because color scheme is important. I kind of already knew this, but I've really just like reaffirmed that I love the pencil texture on top of the alcohol markers. So it's something I definitely see myself doing again in the future. So I hope you guys learned something about landscapes, maybe. If not, I hope you learned something about doing a fun aesthetic spread in your sketchbook. If not, I hope you at least just had a good time, at the very least. So thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for watching, and tune in next week for yet another riveting art video.